Hello, Flav. It's me, back again on the phone. We've spoken for ages, and I've got famous saliva in my mouth at the moment. But that's just the way I thought because I'm a Spurs scoring sensation, scoring all the goals. I can't stop scoring. Bang, 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 bang. People thought I couldn't score goals for Spurs. I thought I could score goals. I thought I didn't have it in me. But when I feel that Samba beat in my feet, I'm scoring the goals. I'm sensational with the goals. It's me.
Well, it can't be Harry Kane because that would be bang out of order.
No, not Kane. He ain't scoring the goals. Yeah, he got one.
Who is it then?
It's me. Lucas Moura. When I feel that Samba beat in my feet, I'm scoring sensation for Spurs.
Right.
I'll see you later.
It's back. One for the weekend is back. You wanted it, you asked for it, you got it. Still want it? You sure?
That was brilliant.
That was pretty good.
Have you missed it? Probably
For those
not.
who don't know what One for the Weekend is, new subscribers to Ball Street, don't worry. All will become clear over the season. Ultimately, it's a preview for the weekend. Look at the biggest games.
It is.
Talking about all of the football, but also not talking about the football also. But it's about football, but kind of remove the football from the football.
Yeah. Room 69, back.
All will become clear.
Yeah. Twinkles, a nightclub where you offer up stat nuggets.
Football-based stat nuggets as chat-up lines.
Stick with us again. We'll be back. Birds and that, much to the dismay of Adam.
We'll come to that. Leave it.
And Flames Advice is back as well. So for all of you guys who loved One for the Weekend last time, once again, thank you for all the tweets and everything saying that you wanted it back. It is now back.
It's the only reason it's back.
And for those of you who are new to the podcast, then all of those things that you don't know about, that's a reason to stick
It's a big in-joke and you're welcome.
And now you're in. This is the best podcast that you've never heard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lucas Moura, let's talk about him.
Yeah.
Because everyone's been talking about Mourinho. Everyone's been talking about Man United and how they've fallen off after a cliff. After 3 games.
Yeah.
There's this big thing about 3 games.
Yeah, but it isn't just 3 games, is it? It's all of the commotion around the summer, the way he's behaving, the explosions of the press, walking out of press conferences.
You're being sucked into as well.
We've got to talk about what people are talking about.
We will, mate. And we'll talk about Burnley Man United, which when you look at the fixtures, in the Premier League, there's no juggernauts against juggernauts.
Yeah, it's a pup weekend.
It's a pup weekend.
There is Rangers versus Celtic. We'll be talking about that.
We're talking about as well the Gerrard effect. Is it even
real?
A thing?
Is it real?
But we've already done it there. Let's talk about Spurs.
Lucas Moura. Let's talk about
Lucas Moura, mate.
Yeah.
Spurs.
He's look. Everyone was digging out Spurs. They haven't signed a single player, so they're fucked. And they all said it, and they said it exactly like that. But the fact is, as it stands, Lucas Moura is like a new signing in my eyes. And that's the only thing that's important, isn't it?
Yeah.
He came in January. He had the 6 months to get ready. Had a great pre-season. Pochettino loves him. Pochettino gave props to our chief scout and said, look, that signing wasn't really anything to do with me. I was recommended him, and then we went through with it. And it turns out Poch loved him. So, Spurs won the first 3 games of the season. I'm not surprised by that. I thought that we were going to start well. Chemistry in the squad. Good first 11, no injuries. I think Spurs were always going to start well. The litmus test will be when the Champions League starts.
The thing that felt glaring to me is like you can make as many signings as you want, but if they're they're not the signings that the manager wants, 2, not signings that are actually going to benefit the team, then you're screwed. When you look at that Spurs squad, and like Son is off trying to save his own life at the moment, of course.
Yeah.
So for anyone who doesn't know this, actually, briefly, so Heung-min Son has gone to the Asian Games.
Yeah.
Fighting for his life. He is fighting for his life, this guy, because if he doesn't win the Asian Games with South Korea, he has to do military service. There's this thing where any able-bodied man, I think in particular,
in South Korea.
By the time they're age 28, they have to do 21 months of military service unless you win an Olympic gold medal.
Yep.
Or you win the Asian Games.
Yeah.
They won the Asian Games in 2014. He didn't play in it.
No, because Leverkusen didn't give him dispensation to come out and play.
Muggy.
They were like, mate, fuck your rules. We're a Bundesliga club. We're interested in this. We're not going to release him during the season to play in the Asia Games, right? But Spurs are like, we can't not let him go.
Well, so he's 26 now.
Yeah.
And they're in the Asian Games. They're now in the semi-final, so they're still in it. But in the last game, they were playing against 10 men, and they had a last-minute penalty. It was 3-3, I think.
Uzbekistan.
Was it Uzbekistan? And he is the guiding light of South Korean football.
Yeah.
and he couldn't even take the penalty. It was too much for him. He had to turn away.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It is amazing. But he's what a great way to motivate your players.
Yeah, the death, essentially. Because that's the worst. That's as bad as it can get, right? This is not English military service. This is not Belgium. This is not other countries. You get the point. This is South Korea, whose neighbour
It's North Korea.
is North Korea.
Yeah, I mean, they
Volatile.
are technically at war with North Korea, but it's not a real war. It's not like they're fighting each other. It's like a Cold War. No, it's not going to happen. Nothing to worry about. But I get the point.
Do you know what, it would destroy his career. It would destroy the prime of his career, wouldn't it?
Look, in the reality of it, I know we're talking about it and it's more interesting this way, the reality is that they won't make him play during his professional career. No chance. He's a poster boy. There's absolutely no chance.
Rules are rules, mate.
Perhaps he did it at 35.
Rules are rules.
Well, look,
South
I mean,
Koreans are
in a weird way, I'd quite like to see
known for their
it.
discipline.
Quite like to see it.
It would be funny. Imagine that. He's just on an outpost somewhere, just like,
Fuck, this is shit.
yeah, this is crap. I could have bought 3 cars today. But didn't want it. But my point I was getting to was that he's not there, and then Lucas Moura just comes in, smashes it up. You've got, because the thing with Man United, the amount of money that they've spent, that all these players that have been brought in, Mourinho's going, I haven't got the players that I want. But look at this Spurs squad. Trippier from nowhere. Ben Davies from nowhere. There's a lot of players in that squad that he's improved.
Yeah, he has.
One thing,
but it's one of his main attributes is improving players, improving what would you think were mediocre players. Although I will always, I've kind of, there is no mediocre player that plays in the Premier League. These are all elite footballers that with the right surroundings, could develop into elite Premier League players.
Lee Cattermole.
Maybe not Lee Cattermole, but there's always an exception that proves the rule. Ben Davies and Trippier, the two examples you give, and Pochettino loves a fullback. He just knows what to do with them.
Yeah.
And like as you say, like Trippier and Davies have come on leaps and bounds. But his main attribute is developing players, whereas Jose Mourinho ain't. He needs the players now. And I don't know if he was responsible for Lindelof coming in. If we spoke to Stephen Howson on the Ball Street channel, go back and watch that.
That's class, by the way. That's a really good interview.
Yeah, he gave lots of insight, and his argument is that Pogba, potentially not Sanchez, and Lindelof probably weren't Mourinho signings at all. So look, there's a lot of shit going around with him. You know, they've got the big game against Burnley at the weekend.
So so last week we did our preview video, and I said to Flav, I probably shouldn't even be asking this question because it's ridiculous. Is this a must-win game? You said yes. They lost that game.
Yes, for Man United.
Now what?
Look, he's under pressure. You know, you got to. I'm not going to say anything that hasn't been said a million times this week. It stinks, actually. It stinks of his time when he left Chelsea and Real Madrid, where he turned on the press in a big, big way, and he's demanding respect, but not doing anything to earn it, really. And he would argue that he's earned it already. The statement, free league titles, that's that's more than all the other managers put together. Obviously, conveniently leaving out the fact that Wenger just retired, so now it becomes a pertinent fact. You know, he's lost it.
Right.
Clearly. Got to go.
Do you know what I thought? I thought at the end of that game, I thought he stepped towards the fans in a smart way. And I think, now last week, you'll remember, I claimed I was the messiah of all predictions. And I said what, Flav? It's going to be a draw. Alcott said it. Loads of tweets to me going, yes, you are
the messiah
of predictions.
You said Wolves will get a result or take points from the game against Man City.
Said a draw.
Yeah.
What happened? I am the messiah of predictions. I'm going to offer one up to you now.
But you also said QPR would win. And it happened.
2 on a bounce, McLaren, hello. Maybe sometimes we all just need to give the guy a chance.
You wanted him out with it on day one.
No, I did not say that on camera.
What are you offering up?
Let me just get this for you.
What's that?
A 4-0 win for Man United against Burnley.
Oh!
Yes.
I mean, Burnley are reeling at the moment. Like
Reeling? You are your hyperbole is mental.
They're a town in tatters. Burnley, lovely place. Full of lovely, hard-working people.
Daesh hanging on.
Daesh has got to go. It's
not working, is it?
It's not working out
after 3 games.
You know, look, there's some. You know, like good boxers, they retire on a high. Mayweather,
Audley Harrison,
others. Yeah. Dyche has taken Burnley as far as he can go.
He's punch drunk.
Pretty much as far as Burnley can go. It's tough for Dyche.
So you think it's the other way around, don't you? You think Burnley's a tough game, and you think this could be...
I mean, as the form goes this season, it isn't a tough game. So they've shipped 4 goals against Fulham. They've shipped 3 goals against Olympiacos, although away from home in the Europa League, these things can happen. But this is a team that was kind of famous last season for its defensive durability, and they seem a little bit all over the place, which is a bit odd because Gibson, they brought in decent signing from Borough, much heralded a year or two ago. They got Ben Mee. They got 3 decent goalkeepers now, if you include Hart, Heaton, and
Are you
Pope.
saying it's decent now?
I am saying that
This
as a
is the
third choice.
contradiction. If you're new to this podcast, people need to start like gifting this stuff up. I don't know if that works as a GIF, but maybe you need a subtitle and that'll work. Because the comments, the bipolar comments, the schizophrenic comments that you make during the season are mental.
Yeah, but so what?
So Hart's good now, is he?
Hart's as a third choice
good, right.
goalkeeper.
Dyche is awful now.
Dyche has got to go.
It's not working.
Sick of his.
Do you know, on that note, before the first trivia question
Yep.
of the season in One for the Weekend, I feel like it's the right time to take a little trip to room 69.
Oh right.
No, we're not going Twinkles early. Even now.
Twinkles is a
I haven't even stretched
late
yet.
in the night.
Yeah, exactly.
It's room 69. It's got to be none other than Jamie Vardy. What a scumbag!
So for those of you who
How
don't know,
dare what?
they don't know what room 69 is. Anyone who doesn't know what
Sorry,
room 69 is.
go on.
Room 69 is a little place where Flav can have a sort of a, I was going to say cheeky little rant, but it's just a rant.
Think of it figuratively as a room, a real room, where I put people I don't like from football into.
Yeah.
So that we never have to see or speak of them again.
And they, in my mind, they don't die or rot.
No one ever suggested that they die or rot. It's a figurative thing.
I say they don't die or rot.
Why do you always do
They're
this?
just always in this room.
They're in the room forever.
And then they're always slightly peckish.
Like Perkins.
No fun are they like... They're not like that. They're just in this like boring foyer.
Murder some Monster Munch.
Yeah, they're gonna, I could do with some Monster Munch. They're peckish.
They're perpetually peckish.
They're perpetually peckish in this like mundane grey room.
Yeah, exactly. So, but that often in room 69,
grey rubber flooring.
it sums up their personality as well. So previous entrants were Steve McLaren, Alan Pardew, David Moyes.
I don't know why I'm clapping.
It's like a roll call, isn't it? Other boring people. But it's changed somewhat this season. It's more the people that have just fucked me off.
Right.
And this week, Jamie Vardy's going in room 69.
Straight in.
Got to go. Like, who does he think he is?
Yeah.
Who does he think he is? Jamie Vardy, right, whose career was thrusted off of a racist gangbang. Let's have it right. You know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea.
The only reason Leicester won the league was because of some horrible debauchery that happened in a Thailand hotel where members of the Leicester squad had their way with a woman, who was willing, I presume. And this, what happened, Nigel Pearson got sacked because his son was involved, because he's a dirty bungle. And then Leicester got Ranieri, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
And Vardy's career has rocketed because of it.
Yeah.
And now he has the front. He has the front to say, I'm not playing for England anymore. I'm not willing to serve my country unless you're desperate.
Why is that clear context not at the forefront of his mind? I don't understand.
What do you mean?
Why is that all that understanding of where his success has come from? Why is that not at the forefront of his mind when he's making a decision about
he's
England?
not self-aware.
Yeah.
He's not self-aware. Like,
disappointing.
Look, you have to be certain kind of elite footballer to feel like you have the right to declare your international retirement. All right, you're not Alan Shearer. You're not Teddy Sheringham.
No.
You're not Michael Owen or David Beckham. Right? You're not Bobby Moore.
No.
You're not Paul Gascoigne.
I think he'll get it.
All right, they get it. Who you are, Jamie Vardy, is someone who's played 15 games for England and scored a couple of goals.
Yeah, he's
all
still
right?
polishing off vodka Red Bulls before playing on Wembley with Backy in his mouth.
If you never made another England squad ever again, no one would talk about it. They wouldn't care. And for that reason, you're in room 69, you're not coming out.
You will no Backy and Red Bull for you in this room. You'll be eternally peckish.
It's Red Bull. No,
Backy, innit?
No, but he does something evil.
Pops in
he puts Skittles in Red Bull. That's what he does.
That's proper
What
chappy, innit?
What?
He has said, I quite like this.
What's he said?
He said, if everyone gets injured and you do need me, then fine.
What
but
do you
I'll
mean?
best be playing.
But
Is that gonna-
what he means is if Harry Kane gets injured, I might come round.
He's essentially like the return. It's like Sunday League, isn't it? Kind of like look, the missus putting her foot down a bit now.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to quit now. But if you really need me, then I'll
Give us
turn
a
up
call.
on a Sunday.
Yeah.
But I think it's a bit of a shame because I can see Jamie Vardy's like a bit like Ian Wright, a bit like Stuart Pearce. Those players who come from non-league, they end up playing till they're like 38, 39 because they're just like
Well, they haven't been
because they got there late.
smashed to pieces in their formative years as a footballer.
Possibly that. I think
Not
also
as
they're
a
like
human being.
probably
I didn't mean formative years as a human being. It means that would mean.
more like they have a truer form of love for the game. I think that was going to
That's
be
a
my-
nice.
that's
spin.
a nice way
That's
of
a nice
putting it.
spin, yeah.
So I think he'll stick around for a long time. So I reckon he probably still had a lot to offer and will continue to score goals. But fair enough, Room 69. If you have any ideas for Room 69,
Yeah, let
who
us
should
know.
go there? Let us know it in the comments below. It's that time.
What time?
Trivia questions.
Oh.
You don't like this one, do you?
I mean, I don't like a lot of it, but here we are.
Yeah. So like that, people love it. People love this. Importantly with this, do not Google this.
Oh,
No
yeah.
doping.
Right, for those that don't know, last year there was a guy called Jordan, right, and he kept cheating. He cheated once,
And we
I
blocked
think.
him. We blocked him.
And do you know what we did? And you know, like we're Bull Street, any other YouTube channel, we thrive on the fact that we don't we exist because of the subscribers. So if you are here and you haven't subscribed, please consider it because
Adam.
well, look, someone's got to go. Look, if we don't get 100k by Christmas, I don't know. I mean, you won't be sacked, and I probably won't.
No chance.
Because
Some
Adam on the ones and twos is likely to be sacked because someone's got to go, and it isn't that he was the last in, although he was. It's also he's not as valuable as me and Jim. So
Like,
if you want to save Adam, because I don't know why you would, but you could if you wanted.
Save Adam's job. Subscribe to Bull Street.
Yeah, so
Do that.
subscribe for Adam. Hashtag in the comments below. Hashtag subscribe for Adam.
Yeah.
And in the hope that the elders at Bull Street take pity.
Bless him. He tries to keep his chin up. But quick word on it, Adam. Are you concerned?
Nah, I actually don't mind if I get sacked.
Wow.
Brilliant.
Which 5 Italians play Premier League football with Manchester United?
Well, the only one I would have got is Macheda.
Macheda, yeah. Federico Macheda, of course, played for Queen's Park Rangers and Doncaster Rovers later in his career.
How good was he?
Awful.
Brilliant.
Woeful. Won the lottery. Like, scored on his debut.
Yeah.
And has, like,
Lived off it.
slowly been living off that mini sort of turbo battery.
Let us know in the
Poor
comments
man.
below, and let us know in the comments below. We'll pick one winner to win 3 pictures of Chris Kamara signed by me and James. We did this giveaway last year. Someone did win, but
Forgot who it was.
well, we just couldn't be bothered to do anything about it.
Well,
So
no.
this time we definitely will. All right, Chris Kamara. Who wouldn't want all 3 of these in their life? Put them down there.
Celtic versus Rangers.
Yeah, exciting.
Is it?
It is exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the old firm. I love the old firm. I love what surrounds it. I love the passion that's in it. It's almost it's like a conduit for a lot of energy. You know, for so long, partly because of Rangers' demise and reforming and the fact that they got chucked out, there hasn't been much going on in Scotland. It's kind of something that you just kind of are aware of. It's over there in the corner of your eye. After a while, you get used to it being there and you never think about it again. Now that Rangers are back in a real way, because they've got Steven Gerrard and things are going well for them, this is the first old firm I think there's actually a real, tangible possibility that Rangers could get something from Parkhead, a result that they haven't had since 2011. They did, of course, beat them in the semi-finals of the League Cup, I want to say, a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, this is the first time there's a lot of positive energy from Rangers. The Rangers fans do get excited very quickly. A lot of positive energy going in. Celtic less positive, but probably do have the better first 11. So there's a lot of interest going into this game. And if you don't love an Old Firm derby, then you don't love football.
It is such a tempo for that league as well, and the kind of the perception of the teams in that league, because there's 2 stats here. So Gerrard hasn't lost since taking over.
No, 11 games?
11 games unbeaten. Like, that's amazing, right?
And the 2 league, you're gone.
Other side of it, we've only won 1 game in 3.
You mean
So,
the league?
so just to put that in perspective, Man United have only won 1 game in 3. and everyone's going mental.
Well,
so
you understand context.
I get context.
Well,
And that's what
clearly
I'm saying.
you
That's
don't,
actually
Jim,
my point.
because you would be saying it.
Well, actually, that's my point. If you
Go
let
on
me
then.
finish, right? Because I was saying to Stu,
Our boss,
our
Rangers
boss, who's threatening to, or could not be threatening to sack Adam if we don't get to 100k.
fans. Got to get 100k. Hashtag subscribe for Adam.
Safe Adam. I said to him, you just want to get in, get a point, get out. Don't lose.
Yeah.
Don't lose that game, because if you lose that game, the good start is totally washed away.
What did he say?
He said, yeah, you're probably right.
All right. I mean, at least he's honest.
And because I think it is all defined by that. And the Gerrard effect, for me, at the moment, I don't believe in it.
Wow. I mean, the 3 Rangers fans that are watching this are screaming right now because the one,
Not the real Rangers.
QPR.
Yeah.
Adam.
Back-to-back wings.
Adam.
Yeah.
Who's the real Rangers? QPR.
Oh, you're going to ask the Brentford fan?
Glasgow fucking Rangers. obviously.
Glasgow Rangers. Glasgow Rangers may have only won 1 game in their league, but this is on the back of a Europa League campaign that started three rounds ago, and the 2 results they drew were last gasp equalisers for Motherwell and I can't remember the other team.
How many of those teams in the Europa League
Yes.
were you aware of before they played Rangers? One's called Uffa.
That's actually true. UFA, innit?
Yeah, and then another one, I've forgotten it.
But that's the
Do you know
glory.
what I mean?
They still got
That's
to go.
the glory of Gerrard.
It's
That's
just-
the Gerrard effect.
Well, Burnley are practically knocked out, aren't they?
Yeah, well, that was Olympiacos, though.
They
innit?
played Aberdeen
Slightly
and
different.
some
I'm
other-
aware of both of those teams. Look, maybe I'm playing devil's advocate a little bit, but the Gerrard effect doesn't mean anything until they do something against Celtic. And doing something against Celtic is as big as a draw. Because
Imagine this.
Celtic squad is far more impressive than Rangers.
So the record currently is 9 in a row. Rangers hold it. I think Celtic also have it as well. 9 in a row each.
Okay.
I think. Anyway.
Yeah.
I know Rangers have definitely got it, right?
It's not.
But Celtic are on that campaign. They need to get 10 in a row.
They've got cramp pain.
Cramp pain.
They've got cramp pain.
Yep, great. They've got 10 in a row, right? That's what they want. That's what they're after.
Sure.
Imagine if Rangers got chucked out of the league, reformed, rebuilt, got all the way promoted at every single level,
Hang on,
spent two seasons in the Scottish Premiership. They bring in fucking what's his name, Steven Gerrard. They bring in Steven Gerrard to stop Celtic from doing it. Bearing in mind that Celtic would have won half of those titles when Rangers weren't even in the league. This is a big thing. There's a lot of storytelling
I
and
get it's a big
poetry
thing,
going on.
and I think it's a great appointment. I think
Well, we'll
it's.
see.
I think it is a great appointment, and the Gerrard effect could become a thing. But like with everything we're probably talking about here, I don't believe in anything yet.
No, you need the proof is in the pudding.
Proof is in the old firm pudding. That sounds
But
horrible.
look, the one thing you can't deny is this is the first time we've got a truly competitive old firm in 8 years. Since Rangers were disbanded and moved out.
But weren't they saying the same thing about Warburton when he came up? Because they'd beaten the season before.
But they would be wrong.
Well, yeah, because they played the game, lost 4-1, and got pumped.
Celtic have also got a role to play in this because there isn't a great mood around the club at the moment. Rodgers has not been supported and backed properly. You know, not like Man United. Jose Mourinho hasn't been backed to the tune of £80 million in new signings. They've spent £9 million, 9 million of which they recouped, or more or less recouped from Armstrong when he went to
Southampton.
Yeah, so you know, it's not a great mood there. Derek Boyata was after a move away. He's after a new contract as well. Deadline day bid from Fulham, £9 million. Celtic turned it down, and Boyata's agents like, hold on a minute, what? You've turned down £9 million? You've turned down £9 million?
Yeah.
£9 million, and you can't even give my Derek a respectable
She's
contract.
got an apron on.
You can't give my Derek a respectable contract.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah.
And that's the situation at the moment. So Celtic are in, you know, the mood isn't great. The worm is turning on Brendan Rodgers somewhat. That said, I think they are much better than Rangers and probably will go out convincing winners.
Wow. Let's know your thoughts. Who's going to win that game? Celtic versus Rangers. Call it now. Don't call it after and just say something. I'll call it now. Celtic will win 2-0. Predicting again. The game's gone. New feature.
Yeah.
We're going to pick on something that maybe ruining the game,
Or
maybe showcasing that we're getting old. Let us know. Are we just getting old, or is the game gone?
Give us
Has
an
the game
example.
gone?
What's this week?
So going back to Lucas Moura, you may have seen that he was celebrating. He was happy. He scored 2 goals. Second goal was a gorgeous strike into the bottom left-hand corner.
Lovely finesse.
You were loving the slow motion of that one, weren't you?
Yeah.
And then at the end of the game, they're celebrating. He's coming back, and he took some selfies. Some people might get slightly offended by that. Selfies, people could think it can be a bit much sometimes.
Yeah.
Let me add the fact that these were Man United fans. Is it okay to get a selfie with a footballer when you support the opposition and you just got spanked 3-0?
Absolutely not.
Mental.
Not in any circumstances.
God,
is
that's-
that all right? I mean, a child, I'll let that pass. Although there is a great clip.
Poor upbringing.
That's true. There's a great clip of a Hibernian fan grabbing the ball, and a Rangers player goes over to him, and he flings the ball away from him and just goes "fuck off." That's kind of what you want.
Yeah. Proud.
I mean, my favourite thing,
Single
a couple of my favourite things that happen: Pig's head being thrown on the pitch.
Lovely.
Because Figo returned to Barcelona with Real Madrid, and then there's a good one in San Siro where someone chucked a moped down from the top tier. I mean, I don't know how they got the moped up there. That's a question that needs to be answered.
Can I check your bag?
Yeah, it's just...
He was on the moped, yeah. He was on the moped, just check the bag.
This is
that's
a
all
joke.
he's briefed to do.
Either way, after the podcast, just Google moped San Siro. It's insane.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can
They
put a
fling it
clip
over
in.
the side.
That's mental.
Have you never seen this?
No.
Oh, mate, I'll show it to you. Incredible. Have you seen it, Ad?
Nah,
What?
I've not seen it.
Did I dream it?
Maybe you did. That's worrying.
I'm pretty sure.
You have
this is-
some naughty dreams sometimes, don't you?
well, yeah, I mean, have we talked about Sean? I had once had a
Yeah,
dream.
go on, do Sean Derry, man.
Sean Derry,
Quickly.
me, Sean Derry, Steven Gerrard and Eriksson in a hot tub.
Sure.
Sean Derry stands up and he hasn't got a penis, he's got a vagina. I don't know.
Well, this could be a bit.
I don't know.
This
If
could
there's
be
any
a bit.
psychology students
Yeah.
listening to us, let us know.
First of all, what's going on there?
Yep.
Sean Derry, no real interaction with him prior to that.
I hadn't really thought about it.
He came in the studio once, and you were kind of wary of meeting him, weren't you? In case he remembered it. Yes, Wenger and Eriksson. I mean,
Let us know what your football-related dreams are.
Yeah, weird dreams we good.
In the comments. Football-related weird dreams in the comments, and we'll read out the best ones next week, if there are any best ones.
But yeah, has the game gone?
I mean, it went ages ago, innit? I know it don't help the section, but yeah, it's not surprising anymore. At Man United, there's a risk that these
It
aren't
seems
even
worse
football
than
fans.
Man
They could be
United.
just day trippers that have just come in. There's Lucas Moura, he's a footballer, let's take a picture of him. Lucas Moura should have known better. He should have known better. Understand?
Can you be aware that those are not... I guess you've got your Spurs end, haven't you? You got your Spurs little section.
Yeah, he would have been aware of it, and or they might have been his family, but I'm pretty sure. Here's a selfie of my family. That could have worked, but
It wouldn't have been on the front row. No chance.
I think it's just it stinks. I don't know, it just stinks. It's about rivalry and it's about all of the horrible stuff as well as it is about good stuff. Like if you go back to the old firm that we're talking about, is there any world where a Celtic fan does a selfie with a Rangers fan? No.
That'd be dangerous for your own health.
It'd be. I mean, you can get a slap in you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm not saying people should be slapping each other inside the stadium.
I am.
I'm just saying.
If that happens, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you reckon? Rangers, QPR, and Brentford.
Give him a QPR smile.
What's that? That's pulling down and smack their bum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that is a real thing.
No. It's becoming a thing.
So if Brentford fan asks for a selfie with one of your players,
Yeah. I'd understand
No one
it.
knows
I'd
that.
understand it
who's
because
the lovely little right back?
I know
Furlong.
one of your players.
you know one of our players.
Yeah, Luke Freeman.
Luke Freeman.
Cracking player. Good player. Thank you.
See, what also I like is that QPR their rivalry used to be Chelsea. Now it's like Brentford. And the fact is that Brentford have a good chance of going up this season.
We're 6 points off the playoffs. I'm really excited about what we can achieve.
who's next in the vicinity of QPR? Can you realistically be called a rival?
Once we go
AFC
beyond
Wimbledon.
it,
I'm joking. Huh?
who be rivals with Wickham once.
Will we rivals with Wickham?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, you are the pride of
Maybe
Middlesex.
Hammer
You are the
Town.
pride of Middlesex, no doubt. Are you a rival to us? I don't know.
I think we've outgrown you.
Oh,
What's your capacity? What's your
a
capacity?
team with only 6,000 fans is like
Brentford.
QPR.
Brentford. What was the latest
We've
big
probably-
sponsor that you had? It was a funeral place.
Yeah, that was weird. If you'd like,
Weird.
what?
Obviously a marketing ploy. We went
So-
viral with. fucking switched on.
yeah, bingo.
So this
Right,
is-
yeah, the
for those
social
that don't-
capital's gone through the roof.
For
with
those
that
that don't
one.
know what happened, Brentford signed a sponsorship deal with funeral directors.
G. Savills, funeral directors.
Is it real?
Yeah.
Right, amazing. How much could that deal have been worth?
Fuck knows. I don't know what it was about.
Oh, loads, I imagine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Here we go.
What is it?
It's that time, mate. It's time to go
Down.
to Twinkles. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is a long-standing thing. It's slowly evolved. Well, I was offering up stat nuggets that you can use in a pub. You could use it on the tube. You know,
So
if you're trying to open that conversation with
Yeah.
a girl, maybe in a nightclub as well. Because one thing that gets the women going,
Yeah.
it's a cracking stat, a cracking football
It's
stat. Take that in your back pocket.
It's having them ready.
Having them ready.
And the,
Good.
and,
Two.
and
Go.
the other thing we know, obviously, is you spend a lot of time in your YouTube comments posting, comments on Ball Street videos. The likelihood is you don't have a girlfriend. So this should should help you.
They don't have that in the analytics, but I would pluck out the air 94% of you lot
Single.
struggling.
And that's fine.
And that's cool, and that's why we're here, to offer you some stat nuggets.
Let's go.
Some high quality stuff.
Let's go down Twinkles.
So let's head down Twinkles. Let's go. Here we go. Start like that because they think you're a bit harder. Hold your crotch if possible.
Is that true?
Yeah. They love all that.
Come on.
So these are stat nuggets. You need to open up a set, they call it, if you've read those stupid books. This kind of music will be banging out, and you'll be going, and there'll be some girl there, and you'll be looking to open it up.
All right, love.
All right, girl.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, mate.
You look wealthy.
Mate. Right, babe. What's your name?
My name's Sharon, isn't it?
Sharon, is it?
Yeah.
It's loud in here, isn't
It
it?
is a little loud. Would you want to go somewhere quiet, or is that too soon? Is that too soon?
Hey?
Is that too soon?
Heavy.
All right.
I would say that thing I asked you to say at the start.
Oh, you dirty bitch.
No, it's not that. Say that.
What is it? Oh, you naughty bitch.
So I can't hear you. Did you say
I said you're a naughty bitch.
Did you say Arnautovic? Because Marko Arnautovic has been directly involved in 19 Premier League goals since the start of the
I'm
season.
so turned on.
13 goals, 6 assists.
Oh.
8 more than any other West Ham player.
Oh.
Then you let the crowd drop. You go in. You go for the kiss. Right.
Go for the kiss.
Another one. All right. Oh, babe.
Oh, all right, mate. Sorry.
All right, there, darling.
Good. These lights are a bit bright, aren't they?
They are a little
Open
bit.
it up with a bit of conversation. Get
Right.
it
They
going.
are a little bit bright. Yeah.
Speaking of bright lights, you could say it's almost like a stadium of lights. Tottenham striker Harry Kane has scored 25 of the 28 Premier League grounds he's played at. The exceptions being Upton Park, the Cardiff City Stadium, and the Stadium of Light. Get your coat.
Oh, yeah.
joke.
All right. I did.
Keep it going.
Yeah.
You know what, love? Foreplay is crucial in a relationship. It's so important.
So nice to hear a man talk like this.
Please. It's so important to get off to a good start, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Speaking of which,
I'm sick when they just put. Oh no.
Speaking of which, Watford have won their opening 3 games of a top flight league campaign for the first time in their history.
Oh, saucy.
Yeah, nice.
So saucy.
And I like all sorts of things. Do you have hobbies?
I have probably. I've got a couple of
Do you
hobbies.
like-
I
do you
play
like
dominoes.
I know what most women like. Do you like Alan Partridge?
Sort of.
Yeah. Aha! Speaking of Zaha,
Oh.
Wilfred Zaha is now Crystal Palace's top scorer in the Premier League history, overtaking Chris Armstrong, who netted 23 goals in the competition for the Eagles. Get your coat, you've pulled.
I know. As always.
And that's how you get a wife or a fiance.
Yeah.
You know, it's difficult to get these things going sometimes. Guys are nervous, I get it,
Yep.
right? Go up to a girl, show off your stat nuggets. That sounds bad, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Ah, show off your stat nuggets.
You got 2 substantial stat nuggets. You have, haven't you?
Well, that's not for here or now. We finish off this week with some Flames advice. If you need some advice from Flames, that's Flav and James.
I really cringe every time I do it.
But it works.
Yeah, I know, but so does a fucking cock pump. It doesn't mean everyone should or have one or does have them or use them regularly.
Good analogy. XXX asked us this 3 months ago. He said questions for Flames. All right, buddy, he started with.
XXX.
That's what it says here. All right, buddy, a bit of a triple threat for you. I'm just about to finish uni and have no idea what to do with my life. I mean, that's a question
fine.
in itself.
That's
I'm currently living away from home and I'm not sure whether to move back in with my parents or not. This is where it gets spicy.
Good, because that was boring.
I currently make a series on my channel called Why Me Wednesday. Brackets, not a plug, but I mean, if you want to check it out, it's there. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Nice.
Struggle with that, isn't it? And I've recently found out that my old friends
Yep.
from back home make reaction videos to this, ripping into me and basically being absolute dickheads.
Yeah.
First of all, how do I confront them on this? Now, this was 3 months ago, so you might have already done it. Secondly, I know that a girl one of them used to date has a thing for me. My mate isn't over her, so should I go there? Sorry, I had like a little burp that came off.
Fine.
Did you hear that?
Just get to the end.
Basically, there's a bird whose mate isn't over, so should I go there
Just to
annoy him? Finally, should I stop making YouTube videos to reduce the amount of abuse? There will still be abuse, but it would reduce it. The amount of abuse I get from people if I move back home. Long time sub,
you know what?
love the podcast, and great touch for a big lad too.
This
All the best,
is.
Jamie.
I really listen to that thing.
It's a great podcast.
It is a good podcast. The thing is there's a lot of young people that want to be on YouTube now. It seems to be the kind of first go-to thing that people want to do for careers now. And if you do want to do it, you have to grow a thick skin.
Absolutely. Well, so that's all right. Let's break this down. First
Like
of all,
that's rule one.
should he confront the mate?
You can't win that argument.
I think there's a little play here.
How do you confront the mates and come out on top in that instance?
Do you know what you could do? You could do the old, when the parents went,
Set
I'm
fire
not
to them.
angry. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed.
No, that's not going to work.
No, it will work.
No, it
that
won't
would
work.
that would hurt their feelings
That's-
somewhat.
They don't care about him, clearly. They're
No,
not.
but-
Firstly, they're not your friends. No friends would make videos about you taking a piss. It's tantamount to bullying, if I'm being honest.
I wouldn't go that far.
But I did look at your channel. I think that you're potentially asking for some of this stuff by creating a YouTube channel that panders to what successful people already do. If you're starting a YouTube channel, you don't look at what KSI does and copy them, because they've done untold amount of work to get to that point. You've got to find something that is unique and interesting to you and be less of a YouTuber, because YouTubers can be very irritating.
Is that a dig at me?
Oh, you've got a YouTube channel, yeah. Sorry, fuck, no.
I don't know, you just didn't blink.
Go and
No, I don't need any of that. I'm just saying, you just went, YouTubers are irritating.
James Lawrence Alcon.
Not important. Not for now.
Alright.
Should he get with the bird just to piss him off?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, absolutely. Look, forget these pricks. Like, if they're taking the piss out of you, and you're prepared for the retribution that might follow, then yeah, get rid of it.
Okay, my advice is slightly different.
All right.
I would confront them and say, why are you doing this? I've found this out. It's very hurtful. Because they might not realise how hurtful they're being.
That's true.
First of all. Second of all, only get with the girl if you want to get with her. Don't do it out of spite.
Yeah,
I mean, it
because that's-
sounds sexy in your mind, but you feel horrific afterwards. And thirdly, if you want to keep doing YouTube videos, that is your prerogative, mate. But it's a two-way platform where you're going to get comments. And if you get
Untold abuse.
and you can get abuse, and so you need to be able to deal with that abuse. One way of doing it is to think about who do you care about hearing from, which feedback do you truly take on board, and if it is something that's just outrageously stupid and over the top, then that's probably coming from someone who's coming from
Do we have
the
the
wrong
resources
place.
in
Don't
our
worry about
human and in our working week to find some of the worst comments that we've received since?
over the time. Don't get me wrong. You remember them all. I've got them all.
Yeah, I know.
I've got them all. They're all up there. They're all up there. But do you take them on board properly or not?
Yeah.
That's the thing. But yeah, I'm sure we could definitely do that. Specky Bellin giving his opinion.
Who is this Specky
Specky
Bellin
Bellin
giving his opinion? Mate, you're here to watch him.
Awful presenter, get a new one. I remember that early doors, that's done. So there are things like that, but ultimately, do you, mate?
So, Adam,
Birds and that,
Guys, and that's cancelled.
Why is it cancelled?
What do you mean
I'm
cancelled?
retired. Get your own stories.
Okay,
You
mate.
lot and the audience, get your fucking own stories.
Listen,
Send them
Come
in.
on, mate.
listen. All right, look.
No, it's weird, it's creepy, it's uncomfortable. It's done.
Look, I mean, look.
He's upset about the job.
He's upset. He's upset because he's potentially going to be out of a job unless we get to 100,000 subscribers.
Save Adam.
So hashtag save Adam. Subscribe. Tell your mates about the podcast because often podcasts, this isn't to everybody's taste, and often you need the way podcasts get spread because they're not easily shared like videos or tweets is by recommending. I know this quality podcast. If you believe it is to be that. Go and have a listen to it. If you like football and you like taking football out of football, then please recommend this podcast to other people because that's the way we grow and we continue to do this stuff. If you don't do that or you don't subscribe, this disappears and all that whinging over the summer, we're the one for the weekend podcast, all that's for nothing. Adam, the reason why we talk about Birds and that is because he's married and I'm practically married, and we have done all that. And we miss that life a little bit. That's okay to say that.
Yeah, look, I can be transparent here. I'm living through you.
Yes, we need.
Weird.
It might be weird, right? But sometimes the truth is weird, Adam. Adam,
Yeah.
excuse me, I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
As my subordinate, you need to listen to what I'm saying here.
Yeah.
Sometimes the truth is weird, Ad.
Yeah, as someone, as a subordinate, tell me explicit details about your love life. That's what we want.
Get them sent in.
No, what kind of people are going to... What, you think they're going to write in their comments all their sexual escapades? We don't want that. It's fucking weird. It's weird if they do it, but it's not weird when you do it.
Give
Are you
us
still
something.
saying no, Ad?
Give us
Yeah,
something.
no, I've retired. I've had enough.
Well, we're going to start making stuff up.
Fine.
Last
Are you
weekend...
on Tinder?
He's not...
No,
is
I'm not on Tinder.
are you on
Tinder.
Bumble?
There's a new app.
He's back in the game, boys! He's back in the game! There's a new app! Come on! Come on! Just tell us a little bit. Give us a little bit.
It's called Hinge.
Oh,
Yes! Hinge! Yes! What else?
No, that's it.
That's it for now, but now we've got something. We've got something to work on. See, listen, 1 minute, he's like, no, I ain't doing it. The next minute, he gives us a little bit.
You like it, mate. You love sharing. Sharing is caring.
I know you
this
live
is a three-man podcast.
I
This is
know
not a two-man podcast.
I know you live in daily fear of some of the ladies that you spent time with of an evening finding out about the fact that you've done a segment on a podcast called Birds and That, which in itself is misogynistic and horrible. I understand that. But it's good for the pod.
And look, it's great for the pod. Okay?
But alright, for now we'll leave it. What have you been up to?
I mean, I haven't checked anyone recently.
What,
Is that what
really?
you're asking? Sorry.
You're married now?
Yeah.
You're not talking about
What, marriage? Or
that?
sex?
No, like, yeah.
No, yeah. Sex. What do you want to hear? What do you want to hear? Go on, let's have some fun. Yeah, it's all good.
So, tell us about the...
God, I'm so scared.
No, let's leave it for now.
It is, isn't it? God, it is. It's
horrible,
tense,
isn't
Dad.
it?
I didn't realise.
But he's behind the camera.
He's behind the camera.
Remember, if you're still with us, please hit subscribe. You might have got something out. If you're genuinely still with us after all that bollocks, then you must have got something. If you're not a subscriber, please hit subscribe because genuinely, we all get to keep our jobs and we want jobs.
Yeah, I mean, we're coming off a bit beggy now.